Hey guys, I just really wanted to make this respond to this comment because I've received a lot of comments like this and seen them a lot around the internet about the Great Reset, the WEF, and Klaus Schwab. And I think a lot of people are being misled or have listened to right propaganda or someone who doesn't know the facts or someone who's making things up, since the WEF is basically the one that reinforces capitalist economy and literally goes against everything I speak of. They're the ones who are trying to keep this this power dynamic and make sure the poor keep getting poor and the rich keep on getting richer, and this divide between the global north and south. And the thing is, with this Klaus Schwab and this COVID-19, the Great Reset, people have really taken out of proportion. Because I read through the whole thing, and basically this man, all he's basically saying is, we cannot go back to the way we were before COVID. COVID-19 has fundamentally changed the way we live, and it's true. And he's basically saying the countries who are still trying to go back to before the pandemic is not possible. We have changed lives. And he does address some of the problems, like, he didn't mention it explicitly, but one of the reasons why companies want you to go back to work instead of working at home is that even though productivity has gone up at home, they're renting those places, and without you going to them, they're losing profit. So it's not for you, it's for them. And basically, he's just addressing the new global power dynamics. And now COVID-19 will change the world, which is not radical. It's just a description. And he's really not embarking this radical new change. He's just saying, we need to change things and we can't go back to the way it was, which is absolutely true. So when people comment things like this, or like other agendas, like, oh, go to China, go to North Korea, you're more likely like those countries. Like, my belief, from what I know, maybe one of you guys can correct me, but if you listen to my beliefs, like, actually listen instead of just watching the first 10 seconds of this video, which I can tell the majority of you do who comment in my videos, you will understand that I am promoting an entirely different system that has nothing to do with anything else. Like, this is entirely new. And basically, now of course, it's hard to come up with entirely new philosophy since we have so many out there. And basically, I like to say I'm a bit of a Marxian. I'm mostly Marx and Hobbes. That's basically my two main philosophers that I use my points to promote. I'm not really much a Leninist, and I don't support any of the governments today. And of course, people don't understand the difference between being the devil's advocate and understanding someone else's point of view and agreeing with it. Like, the thing is, when most people don't understand what debate is, that I can debate something that I wholeheartedly disagree with and hope to win because I understand both sides of the issue. Now, I may agree one side is right, but I do understand whether there's a different view, and people don't understand this. So when I use China or North Korea as examples, I am not condoning what they do, and I'm not going, oh, this is great, we should all do this. I'm saying there are problems, but we can take key components. And I'm not saying to improve it. I'm not cherry picking, like, oh, look what the great things these countries have done. I'm saying for a new world government, I take certain aspects of each government and declare and kind of decide what I think is better. And of course, people don't think is I'm promoting a world government, but I'm also promoting a world government with augmented democracy. So a lot of my ideas that I promote on here might not even come to play if the majority of people disagree with me through the political process. So that is why, even though I say these ideas, since I think I should put them out there and for people to know and hopefully to influence people, it may not happen, and I respect that, because that's the way the world should work. It's the same. I'm not getting into Project 2025 since that's an American topic, but from things like that, it's this weird divide between we should have free speech, but not if I go against what I believe. And it's mostly the Republican and conservative ways, which is why I'm a bit more liberal, and I'm kind of, which is weird. I'm on like the left side of the spectrum, but I'm still very right-sided security focused. So it's also why I hate this political spectrum analysis and how to put people. It's like this whole world. I understand why putting people into boxes works, but I still don't understand that's not how it works. And I've also talked about how a new language needs to be developed to encompass new ideas, since that's what language is. And also, there's a lot of language out there that is very sexist, transphobic, racist, and it's not everyday language. And it's these same things like man and woman, or every man and woman in this country. There's not just man and woman, there's non-binary people. And it's like when we talk about trans people in sports, it's the same again. You're not exploring this whole issue, because there are trans people who take puberty blockers. Before I'm one of them. I have such low testosterone levels. If you looked at just my testosterone and estrogen levels, you would believe I'm a woman, a naturally born woman, because I took puberty blockers before I started puberty, and I'm taking estradiol. So it has not affected me. So why should that, if I want to go into sports, why should that affect me when I'm no different from any other woman out there? I understand from different, from transitioning after puberty, and so again, there are some women that, based on certain rules about testosterone levels, they were kicked out from sports, even though they were biologically born women. So this argument about testosterone and estrogen is just, it's literally what the right does is, instead of playing to your logical senses, which is what we should be doing, they play into your emotional senses. And it's not logical at all. It's just trying to make you believe that the world's out against you, even though it's not. So whenever you hear these emotional, charged arguments, please do not just get it, because I've done it myself personally. And I actually researched more information, and I realized it was basically just all lies. So whenever someone is asking you to think about how you feel and how this is disrupting the entire system, and they don't provide any facts or logical excuse, they're basically gaslighting you. So please understand this and realize that you're in trouble if you're listening to emotionally charged arguments.